Hi, this is Brandon with Precision Defensive Solutions, and this week we're going to talk about how to zero your red dot on your pistol. So let's talk about how to zero these red dots. I've heard a lot of stupid things about how to zero the red dot, and I will tell you straight out, one of the most ridiculous ones that I hear is slave your red dot to your front sight and you're good to go. Well, your backup sights and your red dot are two separate sighting systems. You need to zero them separately. Okay, so we're not going to talk about zeroing iron sights and that. But your backup sights on your red dot equipped pistol are your backup sights. That's it. In case the worst of the worst happens and you absolutely need them. They're not to be used in conjunction with the red dot. So let's look at zeroing the red dot. There's a couple of ways to get started with this. Number one, you can use a bore sight. I've got one setting here. It's a fairly simple one. This is a Sightmark. I got my VP9 here, clear magazine, clear gun, and all you do is set it in, turn it on, and aim. It's a fairly simple process. I really don't recommend zeroing or using a bore sight unless you absolutely have to. I mean, it can give you a starting point, but you're never going to get it as precise as you will actually shooting it. So let's talk about the process of how to zero it when you're shooting. So the process of zeroing the red dot is actually fairly simple. So we like using the Arma Dynamics target to help zero our red dots, and it's because the target gives us a whole bunch of information. We place the target at 10 yards, so 30 feet, and we turn the dot as low as possible so that we can barely see it, but just enough so we can get as precise as possible. Now, a lot of people like to go ahead and just zero their dots from standing. I tend to like to do it from a rest and then confirm with standing. So it's up to you either way. So the goal is to put 3 shots in the 1-inch center circle on this target. So it's fairly simple to do and very intuitive with the information we get from the target. To adjust the dot, the squares represent 1 click on your red dot if it's rated at 1 MOA. So if you're, let's say you're three squares off in either direction, then you need to move it in the direction 3 clicks. So you fire 3 to 5 rounds. I tend to like to go with 3. And if you're off center, adjust the number of clicks with the number of squares. So again, it's a very simple process. If you are off, once you make an adjustment, repeat steps 2 and 3 until you have your 0. If you have a flyer, look for the consistency. Okay, so if you've got 2 that are really close together in one flyer, don't worry about that flyer. Just look at the 2 that are very consistent and work from that. So those 3 shots give us a lot of information. If you are off center like this, adjust the number of clicks with the number of squares. So in this case, it's 3 clicks up and 4 clicks right. Then fire another 3 to confirm. And again, repeat steps until you have your 0. So let's see how we did on this one. So it looks like we're zeroed. So now what I like to do is now I will fire another 3 to 5 at 10 yards. I like to use a B8 and use the X ring as a guide to confirm it's 0. I hope that helps you out a whole bunch. If it doesn't, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help you out. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much.